Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to NXT The Game, Season 2, Episode 14. We have no pre-show matches tonight. Let's get straight into the action here on NXT this week. Alright, here we go. The camera rolls and focuses on the NWO Gold limo. Scott Hall and Kevin Nash get out first, looking around and over their shoulders, then Kevin Owens, who proceeds to offer his hand to Charlotte, who gets out of the ring smiling and following him. Is there some romance in the air? I'm not sure, but Kevin Owens and Charlotte surely seem to have the same personality. The four start to walk down the hall and pass by road agents, referees, and the faces of the roster, getting heat for what they've done to Stephanie last week. The camera fades in as Mr. NXT, along with his NXT Television Championship over his shoulder and holding his NXT Money in the Bank briefcase to his side. So the Lucha Dragons, first Sin Cara and now Kalisto, are going to continue yours truly as a stepping stone to get noticed here in NXT. Well, stop on it. If you can't tell by now, the gold over my shoulder and the contract in my hands lets everyone know exactly what type of wrestler I am, what type of competitor I am. So do what you feel you need to do, Luchas. The fans boo. Last week, Regal put me in a match against 5 of the toughest wrestlers here in NXT. Hell, he even made it a battle royal where I didn't even need to get pinned to lose, but like always, I made it out. Mr. NXT wrenches his neck walking around, and I don't think I forgot about you either, Bo, tapping his case. The time for Mr. NXT is now, and the time for redemption is coming soon. The NXT Mr. NXT title storyline advanced. Alright, the camera rolls, and Renee Young and Corey Graves welcome the NXT fans to the show. Alright, the lights go completely out, and the words come up, all hail the kingdom. All of a sudden, they turn back on with Maria and the team of Mike Bennett and Matt Taven, the kingdom, standing in the spotlight beside them. They slowly begin to make their way down the ramp and towards the ring where Sin Cara and Kalisto are waiting for them. Massive debut for the Kingdom here, also for Kalisto, but the weeks and weeks of hypes are over. It was the Kingdom all along, and the Kingdom has arrived here in NXT. Wow, great rating. And about that featured great action, but not in much way of heat. The Kingdom defeated Luchas in 13 minutes when Bennett defeated Sin Cara by pinfall with a Kingdom come after a distraction by Maria. During the match, we also Maria distract Kalisto, and Mr. NXT also distracts Kalisto. Mr. NXT getting revenge for what happened last week when Kalisto ran in and beat him up after what he did to Sin Cara upon retaining his championship. But the big news is the Kingdom has won their debut match against the Lucha Dragons. A huge victory for the Kingdom, hopefully propelling them. Alright, after the match, the Kingdom and Mike Bennett and Matt Taven with Maria ham it up to the boos as the distraction and interference finish. They look at Mr. NXT and exit the ring as Mr. NXT grabs the NXT TV Championship and nails both Kalisto and Sin Cara in the head with it, sending both down to the mat. Mr. NXT walks over to both of them and puts his foot on Kalisto's chest, raising his championship, and then raising his NXT Money in the Bank briefcase over both of them as we fade. Mr. NXT getting revenge for what happened last week. We see Bayley in the back getting ready for tonight's main event and her shot to become the #1 contender for Sasha Banks' championship and earn her shot Saturday night at NXT Ladies Night. Remember, we're going to have Asuka, Bayley, Becky Lynch, and Natalya. That's right, Natalya in the main event with the winner facing Sasha Banks this Saturday night on NXT Ladies Night, our all ladies only card. Alright, video recap show clips of the latest actions of the Balor Club, including their attacks on Neville and Itami, that of the Young Bucks, the NXT Tag Team Champions, and Finn Balor and Sami Zayn's big feud and building to their final match. Alright, in an extremely bow match, NXT Champion Bo Dallas defeated La Sombra in 4 minutes with the Bo Dog. Wow, La Sombra and Bo Dallas have great chemistry. That's fantastic. I was unaware of this. It's always great to, find a nice chemistry when you weren't expecting it, but NXT Champion Bo Dallas gets the win over here. He does his heelish stuff, and Bo Dallas gets the victory, NXT Champion. Will he be defending his NXT Championship at the next TakeOver special? It's not looking like it, actually. It's looking like for the first time ever we won't have that championship defended, but with 2 other titles on the line, the Tag Team Championships and the Television Championship, Mr. NXT, this may be the card where Bo can be left off, because I do want a headline with that massive Finn Balor versus Sami Zayn match, which will be for the #1 contendership for the NXT Championship. Alright, NXT Bo Dallas is celebrating the ring now. Our champ looking rare form tonight, Renee saying, really taking it to La Sombra. Corey Graves, what do you expect, Renee? Bo is awesome at wrestling. A video is now showing Mr. NXT keeping his title in the Battle Royal as we try to take off Sin Cara's mask and Kalisto debuting. So basically just more just more stuff here with just more stuff here with Sin Cara and Mr. NXT. In a match that has some good action now in average heat, Tyler Breeze defeated Apollo Crews in 8 minutes by illegally using the ropes for leverage. This was to get Breezy Baby a victory here over Apollo Crews tonight. Apollo Crews' momentum is fantastic, and they're both about at the same level right now, so Breeze with the victory here tonight. Good match, though. A recap no shams for TakeOver with the Young Bucks defending their tag team championships against Hideo Itami and Neville. So that's going to be a huge match at TakeOver. Well, now a video shows Sasha Banks and says the winner of her upcoming match will face her on Saturday at Ladies Night for the NXT Women's Championship, a card full of women only. Alright, and then the main event. Wow, great women's match. Featured great action and average heat. Natalya defeated Bayley, Becky Lynch, and Asuka in 14 minutes when Natalya defeated Bayley by pinfall with a discus lariat. So that, whoops, okay, too long, I guess. But either way, Natalya gets the victory. She will be facing Sasha Banks at NXT Ladies Night, which is the next event. Now the camera quickly turns to Adabeth Kevin Owens, who's standing looking down with Charlotte behind him with her hand on his shoulder, and Kevin Nash and Scott Hall behind them all. The camera pans to see Baron Corbin down and out. Kevin Owens looking directly into the cameras, calling out William Regal. Regal! They said to be the baddest dog in the yard. You have to take the fight to the biggest dog in the pit. Owens looks down at Corbin laughing. Done. Owen pulls up Corbin's shirt and Charlotte steps over him, spray printing NWO in gold on his back. NWO Gold walks away, Owens staking his claim for the NWO as they laugh. Wow, this is our best show in a very, maybe our best rated show ever. I'm not sure. I'm going to have to go back and double check, but this is our best show in a long time. So an absolute fantastic show here for NXT, which I really enjoyed this show, so I'm happy to see that it planned out well. Anyways, NXT Season 2 Episode 15 will be tomorrow with NXT Ladies Night, a card full of women only. There will be no real storyline building to that show, but I think we're going to feature eight matches in 2 hours, and we're just going to see what the ladies can do for the ratings. I think I'll have Stephanie on that show I borrowed her for a couple segments, but I think I'm going to use her to help boost and have her commentate with Renee. Be a ladies only show. I don't know yet, but I think I'm going to do that. Anyways, thanks for watching, everyone. We'll see what happens next week, aka Ladies